Welcome to the social space, everybody. We clap here. This is what we do. I'm Chris Horgan. That's Katie Starkey. That's Andrew Bell. This is Cameron Parker, and we'll get to you in a minute because we got business we got to take care of.
All right.
All right, so we have to thank our sponsors, 4 Stars Auto Ranch. Fantastic folks there. Falls Truck Center in Wichita Falls. Great folks there. The Shoats, we love them to death. News Channel 6, and our good friends at Town Square Media. Okay, so Falls, fun fact of the night. They have a new location. They are now owners, proud owners, of the Nissan dealership in Denton.
Awesome.
So adding to their, Jacksboro Ford and the place in Altus and Henrietta, they are just spreading their wings and landing with lots of new car, dealerships. And now it's Nissan.
Yeah.
So if you want a Nissan.
Yeah, covering all the brands.
Yeah, wherever you want to be, you can just tell them I want a Nissan.
Yeah.
And they'll say, well, let's talk about it. And then they'll bring one in from Denton or get you there and pick one out.
Absolutely.
I had a Nissan. I had a Pathfinder.
And Denton's a great town.
It is a great town.
Yeah.
There's a Buc-ee's there.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about what we're here for. There's lots of gas stations, but there's a Buc-ee's. That makes it different.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's I'm not endorsing it or anything like that. I'm just saying. There's not a Buc-ee's I've ever passed.
It's a good, clean gas station.
I've never passed a Buc-ee's.
They have great bathrooms, though.
They do.
Their
bathrooms, yes.
I've never been.
Phenomenal. How did we get off that track? It was me. I started it. I'm sorry. It was me. Okay, joining us today, Cameron Parker. We've introduced you. Tell us a little bit about you and why you're here.
So my name is Cameron Parker. As said. So I actually work here at Hager. I started off at Hager as an intern. I started in May of 2022. And actually, the story about kind of how I got here is I actually had Jackie in a class at MSU.
Okay.
It was promotional management, and I just remember thinking in that class, man, this lady she comes full circle. Like whenever she's trying to make a point and stuff in class, you'll be like, how is she getting there? Or she works the answer out of you. You get to see how she thinks with marketing. But anyways, I remember being in her class and I remember thinking, man, I wish I could just intern for her. Like she's amazing. Like the way she thinks, the way, and I remember thinking, I'm gonna go ask her if I can intern for her. And it just so happened I was really involved in her class, and a couple of weeks before school ended, she pulled me out in the hall. She was like, Cameron, I need to talk to you. And I was like, oh no. I was like, what have I done? I was like, did I do something bad? And I remember her asking me, what are your plans this summer? And I was like, well, I'm actually supposed to study abroad, but I'm also going to work in DFW, and then I'm also gonna come back here. Like I'm gonna work as a server in DFW and then come back every week. And she was like, okay, well, what if you intern for me? And I was like, I would love that, because it worked out so perfectly. I was actually getting ready to ask you if I could intern for you. So,
perfect.
So then I started interning here in May, and I was here until about July, and then in July I went to go study abroad in London. Sorry. And
when you said abroad, I was thinking differently. But this was overseas.
Yes,
I got it. Okay.
Overseas. So yes.
Sorry.
So I went to go study abroad in London, and I came back, and then I've been here ever since.
So she was a British girl.
Yes.
Still trying to
Lady
hammer home.
London. Cameron, I have 3 questions.
Oh gosh.
1, what did you make in Jackie's class? 2, is she a hard teacher? And 3, kind of what were your first impressions when you came to intern at Hager?
So 1, I did make an A in her class.
There you go.
Right.
So it was a really, I wouldn't say that the class was, I would say she brought to the table a lot of experience of being in the industry. So being in college, you learn about different ways of how to do marketing, but you don't get the actual experience that Jackie brought to the table. My first impressions of Hager is I was impressed. I was impressed because of, we actually gotten a tour of Hager while I was in her class. And just, she had talked about it so much. Megan, who actually works here, she had actually talked to our class, and getting to understand like the differences of like, you know, SEO, SEM, getting the breakdown and stuff like that, I was just amazed. So
That's awesome.
it was really nice.
Yeah.
So kind of taking your, you know, chances as an intern, and then now you working for Hager in a full-time position. What is your experience like in the office day to day?
I would say my experience, you know, from an intern moving into like being in the office day to day, I would say I speak more to clients. I mean, I would say that's the biggest thing that changed from me being an intern to me being in the actual full-time role. I have my own set of clients, and I speak to them every week, daily. And I would say I've learned more that you don't get as far as like what I was saying, like in school. So like the internship, I'd already learned quite a bit, and I was like, man, I'm learning so much about, you know, these different softwares. Like school doesn't teach you, it teaches you about the softwares to an extent, but it doesn't teach you about all the different softwares that companies use
Right.
and how to utilize them. And
So would you say the internship was a good bridge between your studies to like real world application? Like you wanted that kind of in between?
Because I don't think that I would be as successful if I jumped straight from graduating into a job. I think that everyone needs to intern or do an internship just because you learn more about the workforce, and you learn more about how to actually execute work, and you learn, you know, how to work with others, which I already knew how to work with others, but I'm saying like, you know, we all have good ideas, and you learn how to balance, you know, putting that all together is what I would say.
I love it.
That's great.
I love it.
Awesome.
Internships are just amazing. OJT is what we used to call that when I was young. On the job training. Yes. OJT,
I like that.
on the job training.
Yeah.
That's what internships get you, and it's that practical use of what you learned in college in the real world.
And I think it's great that Cameron interned here and then decided to make a career out of it, or a job or whatever. So I think that's great too.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you, man. Thanks for being here today.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Stay with us, everybody, because the social space and internships will continue after this. Yay! Great job.
The automotive industry is changing fast, but there's one thing that will never change. 4 Stars Chevrolet's commitment to bringing you the largest selection of dependable, long-lasting Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. The kind of commitment that made us the 2023 Dealer Rater Chevy Dealer of the Year in Texas. Find a new vehicle today and a relationship to last a lifetime at 4 Stars Chevrolet.
Medicare can be confusing. That's why it's important to have a locally born and raised expert to help you understand all your options. I'm Colby Bustacco, and I'm ready to serve you. Medicare changes every year, and that's why it's important to review the changes annually. I understand that everyone's needs are different. That's why I work hard to tailor a plan specifically for you, your family, and your lifestyle. That's the Bustacco way, more personal, more thoughtful, and more trusted.
Welcome back to the social space, everybody. We clap here, Abby. I got it. All right, I'm Chris. That's Katie. That's Andrew. This is Abby, and we continue our show about internships and how important they are, not only to companies to get free workers for a little while, which a lot of bosses love, but also because internships are so valuable to people who really take advantage of them. You can go internship, and I know, you know, at Channel 6 and all those years, lots of interns come and go. Some actually turned into something, and others were just there to kind of punch the card and get their credit and move on. So we know Abby's not like that. Are you?
No.
No, not
Tell
really.
us about your internship experience and why it was cool.
So the way that I found out about Hager was I went around to my professors who knew me the best, and I said, where do you think that I would fit in the best? And without hesitation, they all said Hager. So I was like, okay, let me do my research, looked into it a little bit, and I sent an email and got lucky enough to get an interview, actually, I met Andrew on the first call. And
Oh no, and you came anyway?
I know.
Wow.
Good job.
Directed her to the right person.
Was it a Monday? Because he was probably, oh yes, that's interesting. I'm just kidding.
So I did the interview, and then I came here. That was about 2 years ago, so I interned May and June in 2021.
Wow.
And here I am 2 years later.
That's awesome. That's
As
awesome.
a full-time employee?
Yes, as a full-time employee, and I've been working here. I worked part-time starting in January of 2022, finished out school in December of 2022, so here I am a full-time real live adult.
Did you have Jackie for class?
I did not have Jackie for class.
Oh.
What was great about Abby is we've never kind of had like an in-house content writer type person.
Right.
So her internship went great because we never had somebody like that in our office. And as soon as it was over, it was like, where's Abby? We need Abby
Yeah.
back.
Jackie,
So-
get Abby.
So
now.
so we were so glad that
Sure.
she decided to come back to the office and make this a job and on this journey with us. So
And all the credit goes to you, because
no, I don't
Yeah.
think
No.
so.
Oh, I thought maybe it did. She talked to you on the phone first time.
And
I really sealed the deal on the phone.
I think that does say a lot about, how important it is that companies have an internship program available, because we get to see talent like
Yeah.
Abby come through the office, which we wouldn't have been able to do if we didn't have the internship, open.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I love it. So, kind of tell us about your impression of coming in the office as an intern, then coming in as an employee, I guess.
So coming in, you kind of get the immediate sense that it's all family here,
Uh-huh.
and that's one thing that I've loved about pretty much every place that I've been lucky enough to work at, is that you immediately feel like you're surrounded by your family, and that at the end of the day, you're all going to get the job done. You're all here to get something done, but everybody's here to support each other too.
Right.
So seeing, we get business taken care of. Staff meetings can be long and they can be strenuous, and figuring out the process from beginning to end, but that you have a consistent support group there who's going through the same things that you are. They understand where you're at, what you're experiencing. I think that that's something special, and you don't get that everywhere you go.
Yeah. That's awesome.
yeah, for sure. And you have a wide variety of talents, as we've seen when you came through the office as an intern and then now working here full time. What would you say is your favorite role about working here at Hager, and what you kind of attune to the most?
My favorite role is kind of doing content writing, copywriting, anything to do with the words. That's what I like to do the most, which is funny, sitting across from two people who we work very closely together, but we have very different brains. So I work in the world of the words, working all of that together, making everything sound nice, hitting the mark. I love writing scripts too. If anybody wants to know, that is my absolute favorite to do. I'm not the best at it. I will never say I'm the best, but that is my favorite to do.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's
I
great.
love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So,
That is awesome. I can't believe you didn't have Jackie as a course instructor.
I know. I thought about it pretty hard, but with the way that my schedule went every semester, it was never going to work for me to graduate whenever I wanted to. And I didn't really know about staying another semester to take one class.
Yeah,
That's a hard decision to make.
I had that
Sorry,
problem
Jackie.
too. It just nothing ever seemed to work for me to graduate.
And whose fault? Whose fault was that? No one to blame but yourself.
that's so weird. That happened to me also.
I just cruised through college, man. I don't know. I don't remember any of it. So
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I remember all of it. That you were supposed to laugh at that.
What you're saying is college was a worthy investment. That's
College
what
was
we're
a-
all.
It was fantastic. I needed the degree.
Yeah.
It taught me a lot, and I had to do two internships when I was in school. They both in broadcast journalism of some sort. They wanted you to, and it was a whole summer. It was a lot of hours, and it was an entire summer of free work on the weekends.
Yeah.
At a
Yeah.
news station. But you know what? I learned so much that I couldn't have learned in class.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's all practical use. Those are the two words that go with the internship. You take
Yeah.
what you've learned or what you've learned up to that point,
Right.
and you see how it is put into practical use.
Yeah.
And what a difference. I'm so glad that you got to intern here so that you could experience what it's like to work here, so that when you got out, even if you didn't work here, you could compare what this was like to somewhere where you thought you might want to work, and if it wasn't, continue to look for that same atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I got lucky and I got the best place in Wichita to intern. I know a lot of my classmates were not as lucky with their internships, so very grateful.
Awesome.
Good for you.
That's great.
We're happy you're here.
Yep.
Thanks, Abby.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
y'all.
All right, don't go anywhere. We're going to talk more about internships right after this. Stay there.
My name is John Hawksley. I have been with the city for almost 2 years. My job title is, let's look, facility manager.
We have roughly 34 buildings that we're responsible for in different degrees, whether some are just custodial, some are the building itself. And he and his staff actually have to keep those buildings together and up and running.
Everything we do is always going to be done right. If we can't do it right, then we should have an outside contractor take care of it, if we don't have the ability or skills. So that's important, to not gloss over something or get a little more duct tape and baling wire.
He shows good leadership. He does good as far as teaching the staff members, his subordinates on how to perform the tasks. It's not just send them out there and, hey, go fix this or go perform this task. He makes sure that they have the tools necessary and the knowledge necessary to go do the job that they're supposed to do.
This is an incredible honor, but it's not an honor just for me, it's for my team. Without my team, this could have never happened. My team starts with my wife, who is understanding of me getting a call at 4:30 in the morning on Christmas Day, to Blake, Derek, for supporting decisions that we've made on fixing and improving things, and to my team of Brittany, John, Glenn, Ed, and Mary, and the rest of the janitorial staff.
This is a problem. That grind, that click, that constant leak. Whatever it is, you heard it last year, and you probably put it on your to-do list. Ah, the famous to-do list. Well, that list gets long, and so do the days. But your AC still needs a tune-up. You could wait for that first triple-digit degree day.
We're talking about consecutive days of triple-digit heat.
Or you could call
James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing. This is Laura.
Hey Laura, good to see you again. We don't like 102-degree weather, but we're climbing the ladder. We don't prefer hanging out in the crawl space, but we're down there chasing the lead. And we don't like when your AC has problems, but we like to fix them. James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing.
4 incredible radio stations. That's who we are. We are Town Square Media, and we bring the best of radio to the North Texas area. Wake up early with News Talk 1290. That's us. How about Kelly Raspberry on 92.9 NIN? Yep, that's us. Bringing you the best of country with 102.3 The Bull. That's us. And rocking it all day long with 106.3 The Buzz. That's us. We are Town Square Media, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the Social Space.
Feeling good?
Yep.
Okay, we going 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Social Space, everybody. That's going to be a tough edit. I'm telling you right now. It's the city space time, and this whole show's been about internships, how beneficial they are with once you get into college and you're working at you. I used to tell kids when I did career class stuff when I was at Channel 6 that if they didn't know what they wanted to do, go ask somebody. If you want to be an architect, go to an architect place and say, hey, would you mind if for 2 weeks this summer I come in and just kind of shadow you and watch? Mm-hmm. And paid or not, you're going to find out if that's something you want to do. And to me, it's so crucial.
It
because
is.
why
Yeah.
would you, if you want to be a mechanical engineer, and so you go to college to become a mechanical engineer, and then you start being a mechanical engineer and you do not like it,
Yeah.
what did you just do?
Which
Yeah.
happens so often.
It does.
It's
It
like
do-
all the
it's-
time.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you find something that you love, but go see what it's about first. You
Yeah.
know, don't invest all that time and money into something that's not going to help you out too much.
So
Right.
true.
So
Absolutely.
internship programs, Katie Hager's got a bunch of them right here.
Yes, so we actually have a new program refresh that we've been working on this year, and we're going to start it in the spring of 2024. So if there's any students at MSU or in the area, even graduated students, they can come check it out. It's going to be completely new.
Good.
You know, brand new program with a new syllabus. We have people in office that are going to be the internship mentors. We have brand new branding, and as well as a little bit of fun apparel and swagger that they're going
Oh.
to get as well. So it's going to be a huge deal once we launch it, and we're looking to continue the program, you know, for years to come. So
And
spring
this is
and
the,
fall.
This is the first one. It's the first program of this type that Hager's doing.
Yes, yeah. In the past, we've had interns, and we've welcomed them kind of on a need-to-need basis.
Sure. Yeah.
Not as quite like organized as this is going to be. This is going to be something that we're going to market to the entire city and hopefully to the Metroplex as well, to try to get people to come in to Hager to grow the business. And it's going to be consecutive from spring to fall for many years.
You're going to need a bigger office.
Yeah.
Jackie, you're going to need a bigger office. Just telling you.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess eventually there'll be an application process, whatever you'll
Yep,
go through.
absolutely. Application process. They'll get to meet, you know, Jackie, Kelly, who's going to be sort of our head of internships. I'm heading up internship coordinator, so I'll kind of be like on-site person that they'll
Sure.
see as well as their mentors. And they'll get to meet and talk to everybody in the fields that respective fields that they'd like to study. So we'll have everything from communications, graphic design, videography, and then they'll get to work directly with those people in that department.
We'll teach them hosting too.
Yeah,
Come on
go.
over.
let's
We'll
add
teach
it.
you how to
Yeah.
host a show. I still don't know. I'm not instructing the class, that's for sure. Okay, so City Wichita Falls has tons of internships, and a lot of them are paid internships,
Okay.
which is great because you don't always find those. I know that our the water purification people have a fantastic paid internship every year over the summer that people just beat the door down to try and get, because the lab, believe it or not, I know a lot of people want to harp on City of Wichita Falls water, but believe it or not, we have award-winning water.
Yeah.
We have superior quality water that a lot of cities, you know, in this state can't even smell. But part of it is because we have really good lab technicians. Everybody that works at the Cypress Water Treatment Plant is like certified. They're all like Class A,
Yeah.
big time. You know, it's a major deal. And so when they offer an internship, you are surrounded by people who are extremely good and extremely educated at what they do. And a lot of times, some of those people come back.
Yeah.
If they live here, they want the job.
Yeah.
Because it's a good job to have. So there's that, and then there's like a city manager intern as well, which is if you want to go be a city manager at some point. We've got a Texas A&M student doing it right now. They learn everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they're inside. They're getting, you know, all kinds of just incredible information. So those are just two. There's plenty more. And WichitaFallsTX.gov is the best place to go. Just look on the job opportunities or search intern. You know, at the top. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Intern. You know, they'll have something in there. So all kinds of cool stuff. It's just incredible. I cannot say how important it is to intern.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Young kids, intern. Go find an internship and do it.
Yeah, and to add to, Hager will also be offering paid internships as well with this new
Fantastic.
program. So we know how important it is, especially now, for students to be able to get this learning experience as well as pay some things through life that they're now experiencing
Right.
firsthand. So we're definitely adding that into the program.
I was lucky in journalism that I got to do weekends because I got to work during the week of the summer, and then I worked for free on the weekends. But the internship wasn't work. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I learned a ton, and they put us to work quick, and we worked hard.
Yeah.
But we played a lot too. And it was
Yeah.
a sports intern, so I got to go, you know, I got to meet a lot of people and stuff like that. So
That's really
Pudge
cool.
Rodriguez was still in Tulsa when I was interning, playing minor league baseball. So it was fun to get to know him. Sammy Sosa was there as well.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it was really neat. I got, it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool. I met Garth Brooks then too. That was really cool too. So, yeah.
Name
Garth
drop.
Brooks or
So Garth Brooks was super
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a really cool thing to do. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, go if you have, even if you're not a broadcast journalism intern wherever you go, to go intern at a TV station and you get to learn, and you get to. I mean, they have marketing, they have sales, they have lots of stuff, and they have a lot of perks.
Yeah.
So, good idea, kids. Go do it. Katie, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, Andrew, as
Yes.
always.
Yeah.
We always have a good time.
We do.
We always connect
We do.
during this show because we sit right across from each other. All
Wow.
right. It's funny. No, we do. Yeah, but
Like, we always connect.
well, we do. We just do. There's always
Thank
something
you for
that we
being
laugh
here,
and talk
Katie.
about all the time. Okay, so thank you, Katie, for filling in today.
Yes, thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
You are welcome back.
I like to think I connect with the audience.
You do, because there's the camera right there pointed right at you. It's absolutely perfect. Connect with Katie, everybody, and come be an intern at Hager, all right? She's got you covered. All right, we will see you all next week. Bye. Clap.
Fields are plenty, far as the eye can see. Rivers wide, rushing to the sea. Mountains high, reaching to the sky. This land we love, America. From the coastlines of New England to the Carolina Straits, from the East Kentucky rivers to the California sand, from the prairies of Montana to the Mississippi Delta, this land we love, America. Oh, this land we love, where eagles fly above. This land we love, America. Oh, this land